of the Planning and Zoning Commission for the City of Waverly together to order. First item is roll call. Paige, can you help with that?
David Larson.
Present.
John Meyer.
Here.
Doug Benschoter. Stephanie Garner.
Present.
David Huser.
Here.
Kate Payne.
Here.
Kathy Olson.
Here.
Perfect. All right, item C, approval of agenda for tonight's meeting.
Move approval.
Perfect.
Second.
Motion's been moved, first and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Same sign. Motion passes. All right, so now we'll do approval, item D, approval for the November 2nd, which was our last in-person meeting here. Can I have a motion for that agenda to be approved?
I move the minutes be approved as presented. Second.
All right, we have first and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Motion passes. All right, that gets us to item E in our regular business section. Paige, can you walk us through the agenda memo?
Yep, I can do real quick, and then Jamie with ISG is in here tonight too to
Perfect.
answer any questions. ISG is the applicant on behalf of Wavetown Properties, who are the owner, submitted an application to create Southgate Plat 2, which is a re-subdivision of lots 2 and 4 of Southgate Plat 1. The proposed lot 1 would be sold to a grocery store, while the proposed lot 2 will still be available for sale. You'll see that egress easement is still provided to lot 3. It's just changing course and size. Staff have been in discussions with this plat with Wavetown Properties, the current owners, to see the effects that lot 3 will have, and they are in agreement with this plat moving forward. Our development team has also been in conversations on it.
Perfect. So we can kind of just do this a couple different ways. If you have a little bit, it was Jamie, right?
Yeah.
If you have a couple things you want to kind of talk us through first on the final plat, I think is where I would steer you, and then if the commission has questions, we'll kind of fire at will here.
Sure, so the scope of the plat is to, in essence, replat Southgate Plat 1 into Southgate Plat 2, changing really the orientation of the way the lots were previously to better suit the future development. As you know, it's an Aldi grocery store is what we're planning to propose. So we've divided the lot into lot 2 and lot 1. Lot 3 will remain with Southgate Plat 1. Minor changes with any easements inside the plat. We've tried to keep most of that as it was existing, just rerouting the ingress-egress easement through the property to better suit what we're going to propose for the site plan. Other than that, just try to work with the existing, I know there's a Taco Bell, I think it's in operation now.
Yep.
So work with that. And there's a existing connection off 4th Street that we're going to try to continue to utilize. I know that previously through some comprehensive plans I've seen that looks like there was access, trying to utilize that. We've kept that access that runs along lot 3 and what we're proposing is lot 1 to maintain that. We were able to keep all of that intact without adjusting that. I think it works better for the seller and for Aldi as well. There is currently a traffic impact study being conducted. That should be completed, hoping tomorrow. Send that to Iowa DOT. We've been talking with them. They had a comment on a preliminary report we had and making a couple changes. We'll get that satisfied for them, but back in their hands, and they expect 2 weeks as a review for all those accesses. I can speak preliminary that on that traffic impact study, it looks like most impact will be acceptable with suggestions on, traffic timing and such, but no reconstruction of any of the existing roads or entrances. So that was very good news.
Okay.
Will I call it the street, the private street, will that be extended as part of your development up to your, I assume, parking lot?
Yeah, it's technically an access aisle through our lot. that ingress egress.
So that, okay.
There will be two drive-throughs. This is what we proposed. It's a cleaner ingress egress route, so that's why we've platted it the way that we did. And to allow stacking should it occur for any traffic going in or out of 4th Street. But the 4th Street access is a right-in, right-out only, so we don't expect any issues with that.
Good. Any other questions, comments, discussion with the commission?
Do you anticipate the store building being on the east side and the parking being on the west side of that aisle?
The building, we'll set up the back of the building along what is currently Lot 3 at the north.
Okay,
The building will face south.
okay.
That allows the parking to be primarily along 4th Street. And then some of the parking to the south. Because of stormwater constraints and the elevations of the property, I know Taco Bell has a pond along 4th Street. We'll be doing likely the same situation just because of the terrain, the grades, you know, and the existing conditions, so.
All right. Any other questions, comments? If not, I'd ask for a motion on this agenda item.
I move that the Planning and Zoning Commission recommend approval of the preliminary and final plats for Southgate Plat 2 to City Council.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Hearing none, motion passes. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, item 2 under our regular business is a review for another plat survey. Paige, could you walk us through that memo?
Yeah, so if you notice, this one is outside of city limits, however, it does fall within that 2-mile review area. They're looking at, the address is 1332 190th Street. They want to create 2 essentially residential parcels, which would be Parcel I and Parcel J from the rest of the farmstead. The owner will keep the one that contains the house, the Parcel I, and then the rest of the farm ground would be sold. I did reach out to Lindsay with a couple of questions. Question about the driveways. Each parcel would have their own driveway, which would be compliant with the county engineer standards. That easement is provided for the existing sewer system. Parcel I will have its own septic system. Excuse me, it was due to the septic system. And then Parcel J is what the easement's for, but the one that does not have a house would have its own septic system installed.
The parcel, if there was a house on I.
If a house were to be built on I.
Right.
So did I hear you correctly that they plan to sell the, I call it the vacant parcel on the
Correct.
backside?
Yep.
And what kind of comments did the county have regarding selling the ground that has the septic system for the house?
That's why I asked her, and they're okay with it since they're having that easement.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I would go ahead and make a motion to move the Planning and Zoning Commission, recommend approval of the plat of survey for parcels I and J, 1332 and 190th Street, to the City Council.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. Hearing none, motion passes.
So just out of curiosity, Paige, does this go,
Or has it already been to planning and zoning at the county level?
It has not. Lindsay has just done her review on it. It'll go to theirs in January as well.
Do you know when their meeting is by chance?
15th or 16th.
All right, item F, staff updates.
First off is the zoning code changes. I had emailed that document to you guys of ones that I had felt that could use some discussion on them. We are adding a budget item back into next fiscal year, or we're asking the council to approve to redo that zoning and subdivision code. I know last budget year it did get taken out due to restrictions. If it gets taken out for some reason again this year, then I will plan to start moving quicker on those items that I had sent to you guys. So I just want to kind of send it as preliminary, get your guys' thoughts on it. I'm sure they'll come to you guys at some point anyways, whether it's after the next fiscal year starts or sooner if that doesn't get approved for budget.
Okay.
Feel free to add others that you guys have seen and send them my way, and I'll keep that list going.
Okay. I had a couple I'll send your way.
Okay.
And I think I know, but I wanted to ask, could you clarify, like, what the process would be for a change? Like, city staff would create a new language
So like
section, right?
a zoning code change.
Yeah, let's pick a simple one, yeah. What process will that go through?
Yeah, so city staff would draft it. We would probably bring it to you guys, since you are the Planning and Zoning Commission. Prior to coming to you guys, it would go through several other staff members first, then we'd
Right.
take it here. It would then go to council. Anything zoning ordinance related has to have a public hearing. So it would be 3 readings at council level, with the
Okay.
second one being a public hearing.
Okay. Perfect. All right. What
Are you
about
gonna-
item 2? Yeah,
You
sorry.
gonna do something with that fencing? That's gonna come to us here?
I don't know that I will do anything. I personally won't do it unless we don't get it passed to redo the zoning code.
So that'll be, it won't,
Probably not for this next construction season. We'll wait till after July 1st to start it.
I was surprised they don't have workshops closer than.
Yeah.
Well, are
We
you
used to
moving on
go
to
to
number 2?
Decorah. We used to go to Decorah
Sure.
in the past, but now it's either Dubuque or Des Moines.
Well, moving on to that link took you to 2023, and I had reached out to them to ask them about 24 dates, because I want to get them to you, and he just got back to me this afternoon. April 25th, there is one in Decorah.
Oh,
He said registration links are not out there yet, so I will continue to watch it, and I will send it to everyone to see if anybody's interested or able to participate in it. I know when Ben Cohout was the zoning administrator, he used to take some of the commission members and board of adjustment members to these, and seemed to have good feedback from them, so I'd just like to start that up, get it up and going again.
yeah, we used to take a van up there, a group of, there's usually 3 or 4.
Decorah, is that where Luther College is?
So yes, I will send you guys registration link, and we do have some budget dollars. I'll look at the registration fee, set aside for commissioners to attend some of these.
And you said that was April 24th?
25th.
25th.
Yep.
Is that Thursday?
Yes, I believe so. Yeah, I think it was a Thursday night.
Yeah. so,
That's yeah.
Sign ordinance. How are you gonna, are you gonna talk to the council about that, or?
Well, there is a note or a section for penalties in the sign ordinance. So
Yeah.
it's essentially $100 a day if you're in violation of it. The ones that are farther out that we discussed, gonna be more of a friendly, hey, just an FYI, this isn't our code. We need to have signs taken down if the business is no longer in place. And then I will watch those closer going forward.
I mean, we never officially put who was supposed to be in charge of that, I don't think. When that first came up 10 years ago or so.
It might not, but I would assume it's me being code enforcement.
Yeah, but I don't remember who was at the time, they didn't really want to deal with it.
Does anybody want to? Of course, I'm not gonna be able to find it really easily right now. Yes. Well, it says zoning manager, the officer or other designated authority charged with the administration and enforcement of the zoning code in the city of Waverly. That's under the definitions of sign ordinance. So it would be my position.
Yeah, we had that in there, but nobody wanted to codify it.
Which is probably why it has not been enforced up to this point.
Yeah.
But no, so I will start watching those. If you guys see some go out of business, you can send them my way, just kind of as an FYI. Also, add them to my running list.
Yeah, was there any meat of the stuff that you had in your notes on the sign regulation, or is that just kind of what you were thinking?
Well, some of the things are like the electronic signs. I think Dave had brought it up prior, up by Miller's and McDonald's, there's an electronic one on their corner. I couldn't find where it's against code. Some people thought maybe it was against code. Menu boards, again, those kind of make sense with these fast food restaurants, but those I don't believe are defined in that section. So I just wanted to make sure we were able to add a couple of those.
I see, okay.
And yeah, the enforcement, does the 30 days still make sense for when a business goes out? Do we let them leave it longer if there's another business looking at renting or buying it so they can use the same frame of the sign? Maybe they just have to put a blank slate up or things like that.
Well, and then that's where we could discuss sometime if there's some changes we think that needs to be made. I mean, I don't know, what is the date? Is there a date on there when we did that? Was it 10, 15 years ago? I can't remember. I didn't go back and look.
It doesn't say on here. It just says the last time anything in the zoning code was updated. I wish it said each section when the last time those were updated. Because I don't think it has been changed since it was put into place.
I don't think so either.
And so some of just the terminology, some things might be slightly out of date that we just need to bring up.
You're discussing section 126?
Yep.
And regulations?
Yep.
Okay. Anything else from staff?
Not other than Brian will be joining us as the new council liaison. He'll be officially appointed on Monday night.
Okay.
We'll let you come.
Thank you.
Just moving ahead to next month, are we sure we'll have a quorum? I will not be here. I assume Doug won't. I don't know if there's anybody else.
I'm not going anywhere.
Sounds good.
So we should still have.
You gonna try to find snow?
No.
It's not like it's a problem here either. All right. So let's wrap this up. Commission updates, I don't really have anything. I know we kind of have our running list of work session stuff. You know, I kind of have that list. I brought some, but I didn't really plan to go into it too deep tonight, unless anybody has some passion to hit an item. What I intend to do, I think, more is just kind of have that list in an email, and then we'll target a date, right, when we have everybody around, so not next month likely, with some people out.
Well, I know one of the things that you mentioned was, you know, the comprehensive plan, and I'm hoping the development team, when they review anything, they are looking at the comprehensive plan and seeing if it is contrary or it fits. So, you know.
Yeah, and that one's a trigger for me, because it's like, it's been a year, right? And it's kind of like the 10-year plan, and we're a year
Well,
into it, you know.
I mean, the
check
first,
into it.
and I know it might be sensitive, but the two school sites, West Cedar and, you know, looking at the comprehensive plan and what is the priority for the city, and particularly when one is in an R2 neighborhood and, you know, and things like that, so that, you know, that moves toward maybe becoming housing or development and, you know, because that was certainly one of the high priorities in the comp plan, was housing.
Okay. Anything else? All right. We're on H.
Move we adjourn.
All right. We are adjourned. Thanks, everyone.